Oh, you get that.
They do not. And
Important.
so
They
I
don't.
I am
They do
learning
not.
that because I got about at least a good 800 people off of this and then I got invited to be a part of a summit. So now I'm like, I've never done a summit. I don't even know what topic to talk about. But I was supposed to be working on packaging, but I'm a part of a summit. So it's like
What's the summit?
this I will tongue twist. So I just found out it's May 1st to the 5th. So the great thing with
Okay.
her is I have the option to either pre-record a training, pre-record an interview, or go live. So since this is my first one, we're gonna do the pre-record training.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I'm not. So it's 30 minutes. So I was like, okay, well, my freebie, it tells them like the process. So do I really want to do another training off of that or so I'm like, how do I elevate this from there? So I was like, we'll worry about that Saturday. We're just gonna embrace what's happening right now and just
Yeah, that's a win. So congratulations. That's exciting.
I
So,
listened last November when you told me you won't have to show up. I was like, she didn't say I had to do it just by social media, so we're gonna find another way.
oh no, yeah, that do the behind the scenes, everything doesn't have to be done on social media. You can run a whole business off of social media. I have friends that is doing it. So, you know, you don't have to utilize, it's just easier because most people are on it,
Right.
but you can run a whole business successfully just from, off of social media. Brick and mortar companies, stuff like that, go to your local chamber of commerce and, kind of, network with the small local business owners there. And, a lot of times when you're working outside of social media, then you get the word of mouth from the
Right.
small businesses. So and that's how a lot of the businesses thrive off of social media. So definitely. So what is the summit on?
I had a feeling you was gonna say that. So she kind of, for the most part, left it to us, which I always hate when they do that, because don't do that to me. Don't do that. So it's either the topics are mastering productivity, mindset, marketing, or monetize. So I'm thinking that SOPs will probably go under mastering productivity. So
Mhm.
I was thinking of how to explain why SOPs will make it more effective for them.
Mhm.
But I don't want to be I I don't want to be unrealistic because they will have to do some work. But
Right.
if they do the work, in the end, they're saving more time. So when it's time to train someone to come in, you're now not, it's not day one, you're like, let me find you something to do. It's kind of like, okay, I have a process for this.
Yeah.
Or when it's time to offboard your client, you're not wondering, did I get that testimonial? Did they pay that last invoice? I have a process for that.
Mhm.
But creating that process sometimes is that's the part nobody wants to do, but that's the important part.
Yeah.
Because how are you going to know if what you're doing is actually working or you just got lucky?
Right.
Because luck runs out. And at some point you want efficiency. You want all your clients to be able to say from start to finish, this was my experience. They
Yeah.
can't say that if you don't have a plan from start to finish.
Right.
And I've learned that it goes really bad when you don't have a plan from start to finish, because you'll have one client who's really, really happy. You'll have one that's and then you'll have another who, they'll never refer you again. And
Mhm.
it's because it wasn't it wasn't clear. You didn't know the steps. You forgot this step.
Yeah.
But what if you had a team and your OBM gave birth.
Mhm.
Who gonna step in and do the work? And a lot of times which is great, you trust your team, and as you should. But if an emergency happens, a death happens, and it's all up in that person's head, and
Right.
there's no way for you to you can't call them if they had to go to a funeral. You can't call
Right.
and be like, so so and so, where do I find 1, 2, and 3?
That's the whole point. Yeah. So, I mean,
So
it sounds like, that would be a good topic for you. You said you had to talk about something for 30 minutes.
yeah.
So it sounds like you could talk about that for 30 minutes. Are they
Yeah.
allowing you to pitch like
My offer?
an
Yep.
offer? Does it
Yeah.
have to be a freebie, or can you pitch like a
I can do both.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
the great part is I got the freebie because we can do a discovery call. The
Mm-hmm.
downside is I don't have the other part. I don't have the
So
paid one.
use the
I was trying to use my packaging, but then I was like,
yeah.
I don't know how to package.
Okay.
I researched though.
Okay. So we'll do some hot seat,
No,
and
don't do that.
yes, we'll do some hot seat today and get your packaging together. A good thing to do would be to just promote a freebie as far as booking a discovery call with you.
That's what I thought,
and
because
then
most
that's
of them already
yeah,
have my lead magnet. So it's like,
yeah. So
but
book
I'm
a
in the
discovery
future
call.
going to do a workbook. I don't know how. I know it's coming. The wheels are turning. I just haven't figured out how to map it out quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I got my first client to do their business plan.
Yeah. All right. When did this
Yeah.
happen?
So
Was this a win? Did you write this down as a win?
no, because it happened after I posted it.
Okay. Okay.
I was like,
Yay.
I didn't want you to think that I wasn't working on the back end. So I got they were like, hey, schedule a call with me. I would like to talk to you. And I was like, okay. So we get on the call, and she was like, I would like to, offer you an opportunity to come speak on my podcast. Because I have a traumatic brain injury. So she was like, I wanted you to talk about, the brain injury and how, you're able to work. And I was like, okay, great. And so we just so happened to be talking about her business. And I was like, she was like, oh, so yeah, tell me what you do. I said, oh yeah, I upgraded from, a VA to an OBM. I said, so, I really fell in love with operation and team management and, project management. I said, don't ask me why, but I think it's more because I can be behind the scenes, get my stuff done, and then come to you and ask you all the questions. And I was like, yeah, I just finished my business plan. She said, what? You finished, huh? So yeah, I just finished, every year I said, like your car needs a tune up. I said, I tune up, my business plan. This is when I started it last year for class. So, I just finished my business plan. She said, oh, so what do you charge for that? And in my mind, I was like, I don't, because I don't really do business planning, but I can for you.
Right.
I
There you
said,
go.
I said, we could. Oh. And so she was like, okay. So I'll be helping somebody with a business plan.
Okay. Awesome. So did she pay?
That is what I'm writing out the contract now. So I haven't
Okay.
started any work for her, but I haven't did mine was already done. So I had to go back and get the information of like, wait, how do we do this? Like I only have to go back and tweak mine. So I spent yesterday getting all the information that I need. And so I'm gonna send her a proposal. And once she pays, then I'll start.
Good. Don't start till she pays.
And I already told her that there is some work you have to do on your side. So be prepared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how is she a monthly retainer, or is it a one-off project?
This is a one-off project.
One-off project. Okay. So when do you start?
If I finish everything today, she'll probably sign it by tomorrow. So we probably would start this week.
Okay.
I mean, next week. Sorry, next week.
Yeah, today is Thursday. Yeah.
And then I had a few friends refer me to other friends to help them with their SOPs.
Okay.
So we'll see how this is going.
Look at you. No, you know, you want to, this is your money mindset. You know, you making money, you have abundances all around you. So, you know, you want to say thank you and more please, you know, more please, more of that, because then you definitely get the testimonial with this lady, and then that builds your testimonials too. So make sure you get that from her too. So you have a contract?
Yes.
You have a contract, okay. And you have your payment link set up?
Yes. I have
Okay.
2 different versions. I have it where voice is going out. I have it where they can do an ACH version, and then I have it where they can do the Stripe version. I've
The
learned
what?
from PayPal. Stripe.
Okay. But what processor are you using? Like, are you using Wave app? Are you using Moonclerk, PayPal?
I use my bank. Novo allows for them
Okay.
to use Stripe.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So are you able to invoice her through that way? Okay, cool. All right.
I learned that one. I
Awesome.
was like, ah.
Yeah, I never heard of that one. You said, but that's through your bank. So okay.
Mhm.
All right. And
Sorry, I didn't take the class all off course.
No, because this was the whole plan today, because I'm like, these girls are not doing their assignments. We are gonna have
I
to
was
today.
until
And
we
it
got to
popped
the
up in the
packet.
middle of the night. I'm like, really?
I did it. Look, I was catching up on all homework. My Saturday got taken from me. I normally do normally we have your class. I have your class on Tuesdays. And so what happens is Tuesdays, I normally start yours. And then after my school class, I do his Wednesday. Last week threw me off. And so I forgot that I had to work that Saturday. And I'm like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. It was an 8-hour day. And so it just threw me off. And I was like, you have to be in a mindset to think of packages. Like, and it's like, okay, but what do I want in this package? And then how much do I want this package? And do I really want to do this work? And then you're thinking like, okay, remember you have conditions. So if realistically, if you're saying you can do it in 4, you probably should tell them 6 just in case something pops up, because you want to give yourself grace and wiggle room. You want to give them grace and wiggle room. So it's like, I'm overwhelmed. We're just gonna wait for Tyra.
Okay, all right. So this is a good place to start as far as, so this new client that you have, what did you tell her was all included?
In the business plan?
Mm-hmm. What will you be providing her?
In the business plan, I mapped out the parts that I would work on. So I would work on her marketing plan based off of the information she gives me in her operation.
Okay.
And unfortunately, she would have to work on the mission statement, the products, the financial plan, and the executive summary. Once she provides me all that information, then I will take that information and give her a finished business plan.
Okay. So she provides the mission statement,
products,
her
financial plan, because I can do that for her.
Okay.
And her executive summary. Now, although she's providing me all those information, I am supporting her and walking her through it. So not everybody understands what an executive summary is and how to manufacture one. And I only know this because that was, thank God, the last thing my teacher made us do, but it took a lot of work. It wasn't like, oh, I like doing 1, 2, 3. She was like, nope, too long, not defined enough. I was like, what? Like, it didn't work. She was like, nope, keep trying. So I have some examples for her because it has to, pertain to what that's, I mean, if you think about it, when they're going to read this business, because really when you do your pitch deck, you take most of the information from your pitch deck from this business plan. So you want it to be precise enough that if I had to then convert this to a pitch deck, is it easy? If it's not easy enough for you to convert it to a pitch deck, then there's key parts that are missing. And so with that, we need to we'll need to revisit. So those are the 6 areas of the business plan that we would map out.
Okay, so hold on for a minute, because we're
Yes,
gonna,
ma'am.
oh, this one. Okay. All right. So this is for you. So this is your business plan package, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're gonna provide, you're gonna provide the marketing plan, right?
Yes.
Marketing plan. Okay. And what does that consist of? What are you going to give her under that marketing plan?
So I will do the marketing research of the things that are what has worked in her industry versus what has not worked in her like I wouldn't tell her what doesn't work, but like I would so I would research some of the all the ways to market, not just social media, but does flyers work? Does going down to the chambers work? Would it be beneficial for you to have somebody do corporate research for you so that because when people think of marketing, they always just simply think of social media, but that's not the one and done. Where do you want to be advertised? When is it time to use Facebook ads? So that market plan will probably give them an array of different ways to advertise, and then they would determine which ones is realistic for them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that. She was like, right, that flyers still work. And I'm like, who does flyers? She was like, yeah, the mailers. And I was like, never thought about that. Would have never thought about that. And then it was odd because I literally had got one the next day and I was like, never, do you need business cards? Or do you need some people use I had one lady, she made a shirt with a QR code. So when she went to a conference, instead of them having to pass out QR code, she just let them take a picture of her shirt and it gave all her information.
Yeah. Okay. So these are all the things that so the researching piece. Okay.
Yeah.
So what else?
And then when it comes to the operations part of it, depending on the magnitude of her team, is the factor of what all goes into that. The reason I say it like that is because if you're a team of 1, it's a little bit more easier to figure out who's going to be responsible for what.
Okay.
But if you're a team of 5, now we have to decide who's handling what. Like, so who's going to handle the accounting and the record keeping? What type of insurance are you going to need on your business? Because if you're doing coaching, your insurance is a little bit different. She's not a brick and mortar, so that doesn't really matter. What type of equipment do you need for your business? How many people are you going to have? Because then that helps you plug in the financials, like what type of job, are you going to have contract workers? Are you going to have employees? And how is that going to go? So that'll give me, we're pretty much setting up the operations. So, your business plan is not just for that year. When you're creating it, you're looking for 5 years down the line. So in 5 years, do you want 3 employees and 2 contract workers? How much is that going to cost you? And then who's going to manage it?
Okay. So they need OBMs. Okay.
or operation consultants. I'm just joking.
Whatever you want to, however you
I know.
fill it out. Okay, so that's the operations piece, all right.
And then the rest of
honestly, we
the
can break
plan
that
is
down. Hold on. So that needs to be broken down differently. That would be under team growth.
okay.
Okay, so we're looking at a team growth standpoint, the size, equipment type, that will go under operational. What type of equipment, tools that they need. So you have the team size here and what type of support that they would actually need in their business. So operations would need to be a little more detailed, I would think.
Right.
As far as, how are they going to operate their business, the SOP part, you want to determine the SOPs in the business, and that sort of thing. So what other type of operations from an operational standpoint would you be offering under this marketing plan? Y'all would go over, or that you would want her to include that you would include in her marketing plan?
I have to do a little bit more research on that one.
Okay. So yeah, because when you're putting together a marketing plan, you want to make sure that once she gets it, she's not like completely like, okay, I still don't understand. You want to make it as clear as possible, right? So be a little more detailed with what you would, be including in her operational piece, because she may see that and be like, well, what's operations, and that's why I said break that up, because team growth is just that, team growth. And that's what you already have that listed out there, how she would develop her team, and the research too. So we want to kind of fine tune that a little bit more. Okay.
Okay.
What else is included in your marketing plan?
Her business model.
Okay. All right.
Her target market.
Okay.
Her competitive edge. She would have to describe a problem that our customers have.
Okay.
And then what is her basic solution for that problem?
Okay.
And then SWOT.
Nice. So that's all that you would hand over to her, and all this stuff would be listed out in her marketing plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And then so you hand over the marketing plan to her. What else is provided under this business plan package? Are you providing anything else for her? So you're going to, once she makes the payment, what happens?
So when she makes the payment, then I would send over to her the first few questions. So
Okay.
she would have to answer the mission statement.
So pre-questionnaire, right?
Yes.
And that includes the mission statement?
Mm-hmm.
And you said financials?
Then the second one will be products. And then
Okay.
financials.
So mission statement, financials, and products?
And then her executive summary.
Okay. And this here, this pre-questionnaire helps you to create her marketing plan, right?
Yes,
Okay,
but also to create the final touches for her mission plan. I mean, for the final touches for her business plan.
okay. All right, so she's gonna get a pre-questionnaire to fill out. She's gonna get a marketing plan. And what else is she's gonna get in this package?
That's it.
Okay. Will she receive a, well, she'll receive a, once you get the pre-questionnaire for the client, are y'all jumping on a phone call at all?
So, oh yeah, I forgot about that part. So yes, we will probably have, so most business plans at least take about 2 months. So we will probably either get, she will probably either get one 90-minute call, or we can break them into 2 45-minute calls.
So is this like a strategy call, an assessment call?
And it's an assessment. So pretty much she sends me all the information. We go over it. If she doesn't, if she needs, she's struggling with providing me the information, then it's like, okay, let's hop on this call so that we can, you know, walk through it or talk through it. Because sometimes for like the executive summary, sometimes you do kind of need to talk it through before it makes sense. And I know the mission statements can sometimes you have to talk it through a few good times before you can be clear about what it is. And then from there, I would start drafting the rest of it. And then you always want to end call for them to be able not only to see the results, but discuss, because there may be, and they get like, they'll get one edit or depending on what it, because sometimes it may not be clear. They may want it clearer. So you want to give them an opportunity to provide feedback. But we would have weekly check-ins via whether it's Voxer, Slack, whatever I decide to use at that moment. Some people like Voxer, some people don't, some people like Slack, but you need to have some point of contact.
Right, right. So weekly check-ins, is it, so you get weekly check-ins. So you get a 90-minute initial call, then you get weekly check-ins. You said it takes 2 months for the business plan, right? 2 months.
Yes.
So it's a 2-month. So it's a 2-month package. Okay. Will they get just one check-in like every Wednesday, or weekly, meaning Monday through Friday? They can reach out to you during a certain
I
amount of
haven't
time.
thought that far.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know which one is best, partly because I think what I'm considering is maybe giving them a window of time. So it may be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from this time and this time if you have any questions. Or it could be you can ask your questions, but the turnaround may be 1, 2, and 3 depending on the time. This is my first one, so I'm unsure.
Okay. All right. So it depends on what you got going on too. So you have in your schedule here. Okay, so this kind of helps you. This is why I had y'all do the schedule to kind of map out how much client work time you have for your clients and stuff like that. And that'll help you with determine, you know, when you're available to them. So it looks like this. So based off of what you have here, there's not a lot of business personal harmony. You know, it seems more all business focused.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure, I'm gonna have you revise this, because you want to put in personal, like, you know, and you don't have to, you know, if you're going to share it, you don't have to put, you know, doctor appointment and all that stuff. You could just put personal for the sake of just kind of, you know,
I knew I should have gave you the new one. I was like, yeah. I did. I thought about it. I was like, she's gonna be like, "Where's your queen day?" That's all I could hear
Yeah, yeah,
in
it's
my mind.
all
So I'll
work.
send you the
It's good.
update one because the updated
Okay,
one does put. I made sure I put some downtime in it, some family time.
good.
I read that private time. Meaning I don't want to talk to
Okay,
none of y'all. So I did upgrade it a little bit. So I will resubmit that for you.
okay, all right. So that'll help determine, so like this here, client work, client work, client work, client. So if I'm looking at this here, it's telling me that you're available from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m., 2 p.m., Monday through Friday. So is that what you are offering your clients that they can,
Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday, I'm in school.
okay.
I know the colors is still the same. My bad.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So instead of saying weekly check-ins, you can say, you can say something like unlimited support
Okay.
in between. Or you don't have monthly calls, so never mind. So unlimited support Monday through Thursday. Via, which one do you like most, Voxer or Slack? Because again, if you're using Slack, that's going to require a little bit more of your time to get into there and stuff. I don't know if you have it on your phone or if you
I
use
do.
the
I like
computer.
Voxer.
Okay.
My clients use Slack, so I think I want to be on the opposite of what they use.
Okay.
So that when
Okay.
I hear the ding, I know that it's from my clients,
For your
not
clients, yeah.
not for them.
So unlimited support Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday via Voxer. You know, to ask questions, feedback, you know, things like that.
Okay.
So just to kind of give them, you know, hey, it's a 2-month package. We have the 90-minute call. You do get support Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday through Voxer. So, you know, they have a question or they need a feedback real quick. You can answer them real quick through Voxer.
Okay, perfect.
And then will they get another call in
At the
between
end,
time, at the end? So,
because they have the first call in the beginning when we initially meet. They'll
mhm,
probably have another one mid progress call, and then they'll have one towards the end. So in all honesty, they'll probably have 3 calls. Not all 90 minutes, but roughly.
okay. All right. So that one will probably be more like 60 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. And then 30-minute check-in,
Hmm.
mid check-in. Check-in call. Okay. And then 60-minute handoff call where you hand off the project to them.
Right.
Okay, so those are the calls that they will receive. Okay. How is this feeling so far?
Doable. Because in my
Doable?
head, I had overcomplicated it.
Okay. So when you look at it, when you have it listed out, so you have your 90 minutes. So really it's 2 90-minute calls. These two are
Right.
just broken up. So
Hmm.
look at it that way. It doesn't feel as daunting and stressful and stuff. And you know, that's something you can with 2 months. Yeah, that's 60 days. So you could do something like every 20 days or something like that. There's a
Hmm.
call, you know? Um, okay. And then their overall, what they're receiving is the marketing plan. That's all
And
they're,
and a complete business plan. They're gonna get a finished product.
okay. So it's a business marketing plan or just a marketing and business plan?
It's the marketing and the business plan.
Okay. Okay. So when you are creating your package, so this here, and I'm gonna give this to you so you'll have it. This is for you, just to kind of know what you're gonna be providing, but when you put
Okay.
it in like a, in a quote, you're gonna more so put let me highlight it. Pre-queer, pre-questionnaire pre-questionnaire for client, 90-minute assessment call,
Okay.
30-minute, and you could call that something different. I'm just putting it on there. Marketing and business plan. So you don't
Okay.
have to put what's included and all that
Okay.
stuff, because you may change it or whatever, and you don't want to be stuck to what you
I so
put
do
in.
not. Do
So
not.
just put, a complete and implementable marketing and business plan. So they'll get that, and they'll also get unlimited support via Voxer.
Okay.
We could put all that part in there. Okay. So that's what you're going to actually list out for them. All this other stuff is just details for you to have
Okay.
at the back end. Okay. And you don't even have to put 2-month package. You can just put, the package, the business marketing and business plan. Package includes. Okay. And then you list it out here. Okay. And then here for the description, you could put it in there, this, this is a 2-month package providing complete comprehensive this plan, yada, yada, yada. You can, change that around or whatever too, but just kind of letting them know what the purpose of the, a quick description of what the marketing and business plan is, right?
Right.
Okay. So then we're going to look at, yay, prices. We're going to look at prices, because prices is so much fun. Okay, so when you look at this, how does this feel to you right now?
That feels great.
It feels
But
great.
that price
Okay.
is not going to, the price.
So now you want the price to reflect all of this. So we already know the client is doing this part, which means you're going to have a questionnaire put together for them. Do you have a questionnaire already put together?
I started it last night.
Okay. And what program are you using for your questionnaire?
So I have the system called the Business Balance that I can use for the questionnaire, but
Okay.
what I'm thinking is if the client gets Life Plan, it makes it easier because at the end, Life Plan allows for us to plug in the information and it generates the business plans for them.
Okay.
But I don't know how to sell it where it's like, instead of me having to purchase it, they have to purchase, like, if they purchase it, it's like you get so much off because it's not a lot to pay. It's like $20 a month. So if you get everything done in 2 months, you paid $40 for a nice done business plan. But if I have to do it, Life Plan.
No, what is the name of the program?
Life Plan.
Life Plan.
Live.
LIV. That's the
Yes.
name of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're using, and you said it's $20 a month
Mm-hmm.
for them to do everything for you.
So once I get all the information, it'll plug it in and it'll give me a business plan at the end.
Okay. And you're trying to see how you could sell that to them so that they can pay it instead.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. And they would
Or do
only
you recommend for me to have it? Because like, what if I only do one business plan? I mean, I guess you could just cancel the service.
so it's 2 months, so you're gonna need it for at least 2 months, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, so that's $40. Okay. So we're gonna include that in the price.
Okay.
So then that way you don't have, so you could set it up for them, which means you will more likely, and I'm not sure how the program is, if you can do multiples under your, you probably can.
You can have unlimited guests, but I think what ends up happening is you can probably only do one live. Like I would have to reset it. So the great thing is you can go in there and enter the information several different times and get a Word document. So they
Okay,
can always edit it later.
okay,
But I don't think it saves all of them, which means at some point I would just end up saving. Like I'll have your, I'll keep on the back end, I'll keep your, Word document or PDF document for up to 3 months. After that, if you lose it, too bad, too sad.
yeah,
Kind of thing. Because life happens. You accidentally delete an email. I've done it before. But then it also allows for me to have the opportunity to do tune-ups or maintenance on their business plan, because
yes,
you're supposed to at least update it once a year. So if you didn't do the first one, I can guarantee you're not going to want to come back and do the second one.
okay, okay.
So
And that
it
could
does
be
give the option.
an upsell, as far as, like and maintenance, for an additional such and such, we can, do this once a year, or, twice a year, where we are, updating your business plan, so that can be an upsell for you. So keep that in mind too, to keep them coming to you. But if you can download it in a Word document, the best way, set up the client folders, put their Word document in their client folder. But when you hand it over
Okay.
to them, you definitely want to make sure you're giving them a PDF document. You don't want them to be able to edit anything, because it's your work that you're handing over to them. So the best thing to do, you want them to kind of be, in a sense, want to come back or
Okay.
whatever. So hand them over a PDF document.
Okay.
Okay. Um, a final PDF document. Now, if they request a Word document, that's your discretion if you want to give it to them. But
Okay. But can that be an additional fee?
it can. Yeah, it sure
Oh,
can.
sorry.
It's your business. For
Look,
additional
I'm
fee,
learning
I'll put
because I
that
would
in
have been the
there.
one to give him the Word document. Like I wouldn't even have thought nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Yep. So for an additional fee, you can provide them the Word document to edit, and you can let them know that, when during your call and stuff too. So so with all of that, so we're going to add that extra $40 into the price. Okay. So this is a 2-month package. Have you decided on your hourly rate?
Okay, don't be mad at me. I just priced it at 500.
Okay. All right. So you got 90 minutes. What's your hourly rate?
45.
45? Okay. So
She's like, that ain't enough after these 2 calls.
45 an hour
Yeah.
times, okay, 45 an hour times 1.5. Is that right? Don't give me the line. Hold on. 45 times 1.5 is 67.50 so 67.50 for the 90 minutes. And I'm just going to put this in here times 2. So let's see, 67.50 times 2. So that's 135 for both of those calls. roughly,
Okay.
right? Okay. How much time do you think you're gonna put into creating this plan? How many hours you think you would need to create a really good plan for them based off of their questionnaire, answering your questions and your research time?
It'll be a minimum of 5.
It'll be a minimum of 5, okay? And so we have a minimum of 5, but how much hours are you not willing to go over? What's the maximum? Because you don't want to be
Um,
doing this because again, it's 2 months. So if it's a minimum of 5, do you really need 2 months?
no. Well, I was gonna tell him this is my first one. I think okay. I think I was giving myself wiggle room. I don't
Mhm.
think I will need 2 months. I know I would need at least a good 6 weeks, depending on how responsive the person is. Because
Mhm.
getting well, like you'll ask them, I mean, no offense, no shade to us, but like even with us, like you gave us homework assignment in some ways it took us forever to do it. So I'm trying to give myself grace. I think I'm trying to explain that the 2 months is the max. Like this project will not go over 2 months. So if you don't provide me what I need within that amount of time, you're paying regardless of the fact.
Mhm.
Or I mean, but if we get done earlier, great. But if you need longer, just know that there's an additional cost.
Okay, so you control that, not if you need longer. When they sign that contract and you send them their welcome email, you you set the boundaries in that welcome email. So you let them know, attached is your pre-questionnaire. This must be submitted by such and such date. Give them a deadline. So the pre-questionnaire,
Okay.
okay? So you give them the deadline.
If I get this all running right, I think there's a possibility where I would be able to make this a VIP day.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. VIP or like cut it down to 30 days.
Okay.
2 months might be that's a lot,
Okay.
so um unless you just plan on working an hour a day on it or something like that to spread it out. But you could probably get this done in 30 days. Or, I would start with the 30 days, make it a 30-day.
Okay.
And then once you get used to doing more, and you get quicker, then it's like, you know what, I can do this in 4 hours, or I could do this in 8 hours, a whole VIP day, and hand it
Okay.
over to them. And then you could charge even more because you're getting it done a lot quicker. So that's more appealing to somebody. They ain't got to wait 30 days. If they can
Okay.
get this done in a day, that's even better. Okay.
Okay.
So you'll still do this. You'll just have to map out how you're going to break those up, like every
Okay.
other week or something like that. Or you may take this out and just make it instead of a mid call. Well, these will
I
be via
won't.
Zoom, right?
They
These will
won't
be
need a
via
mid
Zoom.
call. We can because they have access to meet at
Exactly.
Boxer.
Exactly. Um, so those two would be via Zoom because you got to get the stuff and you got to hand it over to them. This here is just a phone call or just a weekly email. I mean, just a mid-check email, a
Okay.
mid-progress check in email for the sake of time.
Okay.
However you feel about that, whichever feels better for you. so then they still getting everything else. It's just in 30 days. So then we go back to the prices here. So if you're doing 30 days, so let's say you got, what are you, 45? So it could be a 10-hour package. So you're doing 10 hours for that month. You're looking at it in that sense. So it'll take you 10
Okay.
hours total to get this done, right? So
Right.
10 hours, so that's roughly around 3 hours a week, 3, 6, 9. Yeah,
Yeah.
about 3 hours a week, right? So that's 450. 10 times 45, that's 450 right there. That you, and that's just to create the marketing plan. All the time it's going to take you in there, you're already at 450. Plus, so I don't know if you can see my thing or not. 45
I'm looking
times
at your
10
screen.
hours. Okay. So that's 450 right there. That's just for the research, putting together the plan and all that stuff, making it pretty and all that stuff that you need to do for it. Okay.
Nope, if you want branding, that costs more.
Okay, there you go.
You just getting a basic word.
Yeah. And it's okay to add a little branding to it. So you get their
Okay.
logo and stuff, make it, that's not a bad
Nice.
thing. Yeah, that's
Okay.
not a bad thing to add their brand.
Just their logo, not like all the other.
Yeah, so you're going to need to get under the mission statement, you're going to need to get the company info. You're going to
Okay.
need that
Yeah.
information and contact, all that stuff. Add the branding in there, the logo and stuff.
All
Their branding
right,
colors.
I'll be nice.
Yeah, you're going to want to make their put their branding and colors and logo and stuff in there and everything, because it's customized to them, right? A complete customized. So you don't want to make it seem like, oh, they paying all this money and it's a template that they could have got offline, so the customizable part is going to be appealing. Okay. Complete and implementable, customized. Make sure you put that word in there. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So you're looking at that, and then we're looking at the extra $40 for the live plan. So when we put all that together, we're looking at, let's see, 450 plus 135.
Well, if it's 30 days, wouldn't it be $20?
Oh, you're right. There you go. Good catch.
The sad part is what I realized, technically, one business plan can pay for it for the whole year. So if I did, like, if how they always give you a bigger discount if you pay annually instead of monthly. So if you do it annually, I think
Gotcha.
it'll give me the opportunity to and to be honest, even at the bare basic, even if I just do one person and I use it for my business for the rest of the year, but I think if she fell in love with it, she's probably going to, she was already like, if this works out, I'm blasting you to everybody. And I'm like, oh, I said I was doing SOPs. I said, well, we will definitely have to create a streamlined process for this.
Yeah. Be ready to receive. Be ready to receive,
I'm definitely ready to receive. Yeah. I just didn't expect that it was going to jump. Like I said, okay, I think I could do this. Business foundations.
Now you have this set. You have it set up. So if somebody else comes to you, you already got it. It's nothing. Right. Only thing that's going to be customized is what's in the plan, but everything else is the same. So you don't have to change the price and all that stuff. It is what it is, unless you just start increasing your prices. So you got hold on, 60. So maybe. Okay, I'm doing that wrong. Time 3. Okay, that's right. Okay, I was tripping. Okay, I had to get that price right. Okay, so this is what you're looking at when you break it down like that. So that helps you with your prices. So you're looking at 605 right there.
I
That's
wasn't that far off.
You wasn't that far off. That's flat. Now, remember what I told y'all last
Yeah,
week.
I remember.
So if you want to actually bring 600, let's just round it off. It don't have to be 605, let's 600. If you want to actually bring 600 home, then you're going to have to charge a little bit more.
Okay.
Because they're going to, remember, they're going to take those fees off. So they take
show is
30, $20 off right there. So you're not going to actually bring home that 6. So,
okay.
To make it for a little cushion, you can bump it up, 6, so you got 622, you gotta charge at least 623 to bring home 600.
Yeah, I'll just charge 700. Let me just round that out. It's good.
And you very much can, because this is a marketing and business plan. This is helping them. This is something that they're going to be able to use.
And really, I don't know how much the research is going to be based off the industry. So I'm saying no more than 10, but sometimes when you're doing market research, that 10 hours is just the research. That's not even including the rest.
So you can add a cushion by adding an extra 5 hours. So instead of 10 hours, 15 hours, or you can just increase it so that it kind of offsets itself. So the 700 sounds a lot better, because that's going to put a cushion to those extra hours just in case.
Right.
See how far we are. So that would bring it to 675 if you did 15 hours.
Okay.
Okay, so that would bring 675 plus that 20. So that brings the 695 right there. So it's about the same, it's around the same price.
Now I don't mind when you get on my nerves on Boxster. Now I don't mind when you get on my nerves in Boxster.
Now you don't mind it because
I do not.
It feels good, that feels good. So when you break it down like that, you want it to feel good for you. You don't want to be doing it all like, oh, dang, I undercharged and I'm doing all this research and oh my gosh, and now they keep blowing me up on Voxer. You just kind of like in a funk. Whereas now it's like, okay, I'm good, and just to let you know, this is on the lower end. Just FYI. Okay. This is on the lower end.
No, I knew that. But I did it on purpose because I wanted to see like what the traction is. I don't want to price it too high and then it's like, but I couldn't deliver or it's not buying traction. Look, I don't want to set myself up for failure, but I want to move it into the right of success, because the great thing I can always say, okay, this is a 3 months promotional. I'm going to offer it at 7. I can always change it to 12. I'm offering it at 7. So that they know that when I increase it to that price.
Yeah. And I just let you know that so that you can feel good about your prices and don't feel like you're outpricing yourself, or this is like,
oh no, I researched it. The first one I saw was at 1,000. I said, what?
Yeah. Exactly.
And I couldn't get no details of like how long it was like I couldn't get their process. So I was like, okay, well, let me create mine first. And then from there, I can get my, because even with this starting to do their business plan, then I can work them into, okay, great, we got your business plan started. What are you gonna do for your SOPs? So I can upsell them in 2 different ways, which helps me that lets me know I'm doing okay. Because when this fell on my lap, I almost cried.
No,
Not like a bad cry, like a good cry.
And make sure you put in there too your 90-minute.
Oh, I will.
Within 1 week of submitting their contract, signing contract. So you want to give them timelines, right? So that they're not just sitting on it, because you have a schedule to keep up with too, right? So you want to put all of this inside, included in your welcome email. Okay. So that they have an idea. And not necessarily this part here. I wouldn't necessarily include this in the welcome email. That's just if they ask. They might not even ask, but if they ask, you can let them know, yeah, I do provide the Word document, but it's an additional fee. Okay, and just leave it at that.
I'm not gonna cry.
How does that feel? Does that feel doable? You feel confident moving forward with your package to send over to her? Your
Yeah,
quote.
that's why I'm about to cry.
This is gonna be in your quote. You got this. We didn't already
No,
outline.
like the good tear cry. Like I have been trying to figure out how to do a package to save my life. And I like it because I can mirror it to for SOPs. Like I can take that and turn it for the next few steps, which for me, like I was trying to do operations, operation management packages, and I was looking like I have enough. I realized at this point I don't want any more like real retainer clients. I really want to start to get to know businesses and learn from different businesses and get more one and done or reoccurring versus you're a project here, you're a project there, or I need you now, but I don't need you, or you take over my life. So I kind of want to learn that way.
Yeah, those are good because you're not stuck to them daily, so those are the one and dones, so, and then you can use that template for your other packages too, and just you see the kind of outlines and stuff, so you know how to do it. And so when you create your quote, you can, if you want to, you can send it to me and have me look over it before you submit it. That's completely okay. You can email it to me,
Okay.
and so that I can take a look at it and stuff, and give you some feedback if needed, and then submit it. Get going and give it to her, with the provider with the payment link and everything. And with that, you can also offer just kind of keep in mind, you can offer a payment plan because it's 30 days. So you could do like a bi-weekly payment plan or something like that if the 700 is a bit much, but just increase it by like $100. So it'll be 800.
Wait, what?
But it's in payment plans because you know what I'm saying? So it's 30 days. 2, 4, 30 days is, so 2 payments. So 400, 2 payments of 400. You're bumping the price up by 100 because you got to take 2 payments out versus 1 payment. So it's taking
Oh,
4 and 2.
okay. I was always wondering why they did that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all need to explain that to us newbies. We just thought y'all was ripping us off.
No, because you know it gotta run through the payment processor twice, so you're getting charged twice.
No one ever explained. That used to irk my nerves. I'm like, why
Yeah.
you ain't telling
Yeah.
me?
There's a little formula. You can bump it up by 100, or you can increase it by 20%. You know, either or, just so that you get that extra, you know, fees paid for. You know, because it's an inconvenience to you having to do a payment plan. So that's why that's done. So you can give her that option as well if you want to, if
Okay.
that's a big chunk. So yeah, so that's your, you know, we did good. We got a lot done today.
Thank you. But I did do my homework.
Yes, you did. You did do
And I
your,
will resubmit my schedule.
yes, resubmit your schedule, send me a, you know, the proposal so I can see what, you know, give you some feedback on it. And oh, you put live plan in the chat. And then yeah, so you're moving along. We kind of I was like, we're gonna do hot seats today because I want to make sure that y'all not getting completely behind, falling completely behind. So still work on your assignments, still work on your other packages.
Okay, so
services.
do I need 3 small packages? So like, okay, say for example, so I have this one, the business plan. Should I do like a business plan and SOP and then a project management, or should I do a project management with 3 different tier of hours?
Since you want to do, you're doing like, you have different categories. So I would make a package for project management. So I'll make a project management package. I would make a SOPs package, and then a business foundations package, whatever that would be, whatever's included in your business foundations. And then like we did today, list out what's included under each of those packages, and then put a price on there.
Okay, I'll work on that.
Put a price on there. And then that you could submit in the group, so that you can get feedback, and you know, everybody else can kind of reap the benefit too and help with theirs as well.
Okay.
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 Got other questions for me?
Nope. I'm ready to finish the rest of my work now.
I see you.
They are.
All right. So I sent it to you through email.
Okay.
You should get that. If you don't get it, let me know.
Okay.
I'll send it back to you.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
You're welcome. Have a good
You
week.
have a great day.
I'll see you next week.
Tuesday, correct?
In the group. Let me double check. I think it's actually, yep, next week we're on regular Tuesday, so you have less time.
That's fine. I'm gonna get it done. I need to make some money.
All right, I like that attitude.
Thank
All
you.
right, ladies. I'll talk to you later. Bye.